Hey, what's going on, guys? Today's episode of the Make Money Maker Videos podcast is linked down below, and the specific topic that we're talking about is going to be teaming up with other video creators. Me and my partner Noah, who we actually shot over 30 live events together. The first 30 nightclubs that I shot was all with Noah, and this worked out really good for us. Personally, I was more of a business savvy guy. He was more of like a technical camera guy, so we were able to give each other a lot of information and obviously, kind of complete the missing piece for each other, which ended up being great. Now we go on to talk even further about teaming up with kind of, further along video creators than you for the purpose of maybe learning or whatever the case may be. But overall, an episode all themed around teaming up with other video creators for freelance, for passion projects, for whatever the case may be. Let's do it. Welcome back to the Make Money Making Videos podcast. And, at this time, guys, we would edit all the videos together. That's the thing, guys. But me and Noah both have careers independent, which, he lives in London now, etc. But we started everything. The first 30 plus events, guys, it was all teamed up and it was learning together. And obviously, we were 17, so the idea of going to a nightclub by yourself and documenting it was a little bit, beyond us at that point. We wanted to, the friendship aspect of it, the hanging out with each other aspect to it made it more enjoyable, obviously. But I think we literally teamed up, we teamed up and we just learned this shit together. And, maybe one of us would notice something, have an insight, and then share it with the other one, whatever the case may be. And I think, guys, it was a great way to learn, bro. In retrospect, it was an awesome way to learn, and it was an awesome way to get very comfortable going to events and going to gigs.
Through that journey together.
Exactly.
It wasn't like you were amazing and I was shit, or the other way around. We were both learning at the same time because we had different views. It kind of rubbed off on one another.
It combined. And I think if you guys are especially on the younger side, I would team up, genuinely. I mean, team up with some people, team up with one of your friends who you think, all right, this person's going to be a good person. Or again, if you have a camera, or if you don't have a camera, team up with somebody. If you do have a camera and you see some kid who's, making a lot of business moves or whatever, grab him and say, yo, you want to come along here? And, incorporate people. That's the thing. If you incorporate people, you team up, you're going to set yourself up to then have a much stronger independent career, which me and Noah
it motivates you more because if you're working with someone else, you can kind of push each other to, if you're working by yourself, it is quite hard to motivate yourself sometimes to do the...
Always, it's hard to consistently stay motivated,
Yeah, definitely.
What's some advice for videographers trying to make it in London? Because you've been there for 8 months, right? So you've dabbled in the videography scene now for a little bit of time.
It's definitely a lot of videographers in London.
Yep.
That's for sure. And the thing is, in London, when you're in a small, compared to a small town, you're competing with maybe, other videographers. But in London, you're competing with media companies.
Who have clients. They're agencies. They're agencies and shit. Yeah. So
it's like a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
But most of it is about who you know. So it all goes back to networking, I think.
Yeah.
Because literally 100% of the work I've got in London has been from someone I knew, whether it be the photographer at this nightclub, or through that photographer, I met another photographer who does interviews. And, it all came from networking.
Yeah.
And
it's such a big place that your networking can have more of an effect. It's like that. If you guys are in the countryside, there's only so much networking you can do because there's only so many businesses that are actively going on that, are going to even be in a position to pass on your services. But if you guys are in a central place, if you guys are in America, New York, Los Angeles, Texas, big markets. London is a big market. It's the biggest market in England. But if you guys are in, not everybody's in England. Only a small percentage of my viewers are in England. If you guys are in a big market, the networking and the recommendation side goes, amplifies even heavier because there's just more people available there.
Yeah, and also another thing I'd say is if you're, not at the level where you're confident enough to approach a big business or whatever, then there's obviously people on Instagram or Facebook that you follow that are doing this stuff, like Jack and stuff, and you can reach out to them.
They'll give you advice,
and give you advice and ask, can I come along? I'll do it for free. I'll do some behind the scenes. I'll help you out for free. Do your video, take some pictures of you in action.
That's a phenomenal show.
That sounds great.
Give your services, guys. If you're not getting bookings, if you're in a central place, exactly that. Me and Noah both follow 5 to 10 other videographers around here. You know, Eve Pro, he's one, awesome one in the UK, hands down my favorite event videographer. Made me fucking like his page by a sponsored post. Never liked a sponsored post person ever in my life other than Eve Pro. He clearly smashed it. And you know, find somebody who's active in your area, who's clearly doing it, who's somewhere where you want to be, and offer your services. That's a phenomenal thing that you said, Noah, because the behind the scenes game is so big in the videographer space. A videographer is a funny area where a videographer now in the 21st century kind of needs a videographer because they want behind the scenes and they want their Instagram and their Facebook, whatever, and their social media, in my case, a vlog. They want behind the scenes documentation. That's what the 21st century is about now, pretty much, especially with Instagram, is showing off what you're doing. So just to build a bigger, more rich brand that can, again, go to get you more work, having behind the scenes. So literally, that's a great way to get involved, and then, you know, offer your services, and then just pick the mind of this person who you're going to film these behind the scenes with or whatever.
And, you know, all the people that I've met to do with filming and this kind of videography world, they're all willing to help.
Everybody, yeah.
And you can ask them questions. For example, so I was just a runner on this shoot, which, if you don't know what that is, you're just doing all the shit things, making cups of tea, packing up the bags, setting up the tripod, that kind of thing. On this like really high budget shoot a few weeks ago. I think the budget was like 50 grand for a one-day of shooting. Yeah, and they were using like RE cameras with sliders and train tracks, and you know, it was crazy. The
whole thing, you got to see it all in action.
And I just wanted to do, you know, they paid me money.
Yeah.
Not amazing money, but you know, good hourly rate.
Yeah.
I just went and I was just asking them questions. Okay, so how did you set up info to link up that? Yeah. Why are you changing that? And you know, there was focus pillars there, and the whole thing was just, the only reason I was there is to suck all the information I can. And, you know, it's fun being on shoot because another thing that I learned is all the like technical terms they use, like all the lingo on set. You can't really learn that any other way.
No, 100%.
So yeah, I'd just say get out there and work for people, even for free.
Get involved. That's it. Get involved. Get involved, right? Get involved. Get involved in anything. Get involved with a videographer. Get involved with a shoot that's going on. Go on meetup.com and find videography groups and go meet them if you're in a big place. Go and find, you know, they'll be asking for extras to come and volunteer for music videos. Be one of those extras. See what that set looks like. Even if you're an actor in the thing, see what the set looks like by going and being an extra in that or something like that, you know?
Take pictures, ask questions. So why did you put that light there instead of behind it? Or,
Exactly.
Anything.
Exactly. Anything. And you'll build yourself up. And I think that's a great way to end it, bro, is just get involved, guys. Get it. Like, the reason me and Noah are here where we're able to make even a slightly money. Don't get it twisted. We're not professionals. At 25, I'll probably consider myself a professional, you know, and maybe not even
How old are you? You're 20, aren't you?
20, exactly.
I'm 20 as well. So
we're
like,
at the beginning. We're totally at the beginning.
Yeah, I would definitely not say I'm a professional by any means.
No, well, I mean, the funny thing is technically by the definition of the word professional, we are professionals because we get paid for this. But
yeah, true. But
in a more literal,
I don't feel like a professional.
I feel like a fucking noob, bro. That's for sure. I feel like a little, a little newbie. But at the end of the day, guys, that's how we got into this point of some knowledge that at least we could sit down for over an hour and discuss our track record, where we come from, what we've been through, is by getting involved. That's what we did. We got fucking involved right off the bat. When the money wasn't obvious, we got involved. When we split £10 a piece, we got involved. When we went to fucking London on a 6-hour coach to split 20 quid at the end of it. That was the profit we had. Free. We got fucking involved. We would be in the minus for the events that we go to film. You know what I mean? So get involved, guys. That's the name of the game. Seriously, is get involved and understanding that, like, if you're not at a place where you want to be today, get involved every single chance you get, and the future you will be at that place, and the time will pass sooner than you realize. That's the thing, man.
Yeah. But like, your future self will 100%. That's what you always used to say to me.
Yeah.
My future self will thank me for putting in the time now, like the uncomfortable hours now.
Exactly, bro. Just like, and that is the most obvious thing, man, is the future self. You'll become him sooner than you know. I've been doing YouTube for 22 months now. I remember uploading the first video when I didn't even have an office. Now 22 months have just passed, and now I'm left with the result. ItsJackCole, 100,000 subscriber YouTuber. That's who I am now 22 months later. I wasn't that person 22 months ago because, I was at the beginning. that's a example to show you guys that time passes. You just do every day, and then time passes, and then you're left with a result after the time has passed. So focus on doing shit every day. Don't worry about the time. Don't worry about the future version, because it'll morph into something you didn't even understand, or the limited context you have, you couldn't have even imagined what you'll become. That's the reality of the situation. So Noah, phenomenal episode, bro. Tell everybody where to go check you out.
You can check me out on Instagram at Noah Archer with 3 R's at the end.
Noah Archer with 3 R's. Obviously, everything's linked down below, guys. Check him out.
Yeah, check me out. And thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Legend,
it was
bro.
good to go back and revisit all them memories that I haven't thought about for years.
It was, man. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely nuts going back. Phenomenal episode. Smashed it. If you guys have watched to the end, you know about us now, I guess. You know what I mean? We're best friends now. You've been filled in on us. And thank you guys for watching. It was a journey. Take it easy. Make Money Making Videos podcast, episode number 8, over and out.